Yo, this is Talking with Taco. I'm your host, Taco, joined in with Eli, my co-host, and my other co-host, Orda. And today you guys are in for a big treat today. We have a really big group today.
Yeah, this is Orda. Thank you, everyone that's tuned into the podcast. Love you guys. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. Hope you guys continue having a blessed week, a blessed month, whatever it is. Eli, take us off.
So today we got 4 different guests on. It was originally only supposed to be 1, and then it just kind of kept growing and growing. We have my roommate and a linebacker here at Kalu named Jordan Sania. We have Jordan's best friend, John Sharp. We got my older brother, Nico Dvorak, and my left tackle, and probably one of the best offensive linemen I've ever played with, and from high school, Isaac Ruiz. Guys, how's it feel to be on?
Dude, what's up, boys? What's going on?
John, how's it feel to be on?
I'm excited.
Nico?
Chilling, bro. I'm so excited.
All right, so what do you guys think about? Have you guys listened to any of the episodes already? Jordan. I know Jordan because me and Jordan are roommates. We live together, so Jordan always gives me updates on the pod. So Jordan, what do you think about the podcast so far?
I'm a big fan of the podcast. I watched the first time I watched it. I watched the first episode like 5 minutes after it came out, and then I watched the second. I watched it again with Weston on the couch, and I think I watched it again with John on the way to practice. So like, I'm a big fan of the podcast. That's what I love the shit.
John, what about you? You listening?
I've listened to a little bit, like with Jordan, and just on my own a little bit, honestly, and it's been a pretty cool vibe, honestly. It seems like just a lot of chill vibes.
So Jordan and John, you two. So Jordan played football at Rio Mesa. He was an all-county linebacker in high school. He's team captain for 2 years. John, how did you guys get to meet each other? How are you guys friends? Tell us a little bit background of your story, because Jordan and John are always together in there. John's like Jordan's right-hand man.
I'm actually interested to hear this. I want to hear.
Well, I mean, I just came in freshman year, not really know how to play football in high school, and I tried out for football, and they put me at linebacker where Jordan was a starting linebacker, and he kind of just taught me everything and like run me through it, and I mean I ended up starting because of him, I'd say, and just from there, man, we just became really good friends over quarantine and just hanging out a lot.
Jordan, what was John like in high school as a linebacker?
Oh, do you want the honest opinion, or you want?
I want honest.
Honestly, no. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We give John shit. We give a lot. It was like kind of fucked up what we did at John High School. It was like we gave John shit for like being like a shitty linebacker. But honestly, we were not that bad. Like you just got caught up on blocks sometimes.
For my first year
like,
playing football, man, getting stuck on like the best defense in our county, in our league, I mean, just.
That was
I don't know. I tried my best, man.
John, you also played some quarterback back in the day, too.
Quarterback.
Yeah, my sophomore season, man.
Big John back quarterback. So, John, what was it like out there slinging the rock?
It was fun and all, man, until, you start getting sacked 15 times a game, then it just starts getting a little sad back there.
You're the D1 left tackle. What do you mean?
But, I mean, when you can sling the ball, 60 yards from your knees, it's pretty easy out there.
So what was your stat line as a quarterback?
What was your measure?
I had
Also, what was your measurables playing quarterback at the time of sophomore year?
I ran like a 5'6" 40.
Hell yeah.
Coming in at like 5'11", 220. Feeling good, man. And I probably had 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. About
like the whole season?
Yeah. Probably about 450 passing yards.
Did you play the full season?
Yeah. I played.
John, why
I played 5 games at quarterback.
John, John, why didn't you end up playing in college? Like, just the stats were too low?
Oh, man, I tore my ACL.
The knee.
I would have went pro, man. I swear, I would have went pro.
Yeah, I'll attest to that. He was going to USC for sure.
He had a G1 quarterback on varsity, that's why I wasn't there, man. Push the people going. Oh, Jesus. Maybe next year, BC.
So, John, like, hypothetically, we put you into a college football game. So, say you're in the stands, right, one day, and then all of our quarterbacks get hurt.
Yeesh.
And they turn around, they're like, John, we need you.
Shouts out, I'm in there.
You suited up?
We sitting up?
Hey, this guy's fucking blocking. Oh, yeah. We getting that,
John,
man.
so what's the stat line looking like?
Probably under 30 yards now. Maybe a little fade touchdown to the tallest receiver y'all got. You know what I mean? 30 handoffs. Get the job done.
With that, we're ready to read options.
Dude, it takes me more than one person to top. That's all I'm doing. I'm a 2-man type of guy.
There's an old clip of all the. I was on varsity, so I just want to put that on. But we were all the varsity kids we were all watching the JV game, and they run a read option to John, and John like gets loose on the sideline. And this poor little like 5'6" white kid playing corner just gets shrugged out of his mind.
I was dual threat.
Like, oh shit,
Number
shark.
5 dual threat in the county, you know. Yeah. A lot of wasted talent, you know.
So, all right, Isaac, Nico, you guys both played high school football with me. I know Isaac, you were really, really good at football. There's a testing for me. You're probably one of the most dominant offensive linemen I've ever played with. You started on varsity for 4 years. You were like all league, got all these awards, all these honors. Why did you decide to not keep playing football? Because a lot of people ask me all the time, like, "Oh, what happened to Isaac? What happened to 77?" So why did you decide to not play in college?
I didn't like being fat. And it was hard looking myself in the mirror and being really overweight. So I decided it wasn't for me.
So what's like? Well, obviously now you're okay without football, right? Correct. How was it when you first stepped away from the game?
Honestly, the first couple months, I didn't really miss it too much, and then it was when I guess probably when your guys the season just ended, when everyone else's season was ending, I was like, yeah, fuck, I miss football. Where it's been 2 years out of football or 1 year out of football, I was like, I really miss it, and I've thought about coming back and playing at VC, but.
Dude, you lost so much weight. Because how much do you weigh right now? Because you were playing at 260, 70?
No, I wasn't.
What were you playing at?
I was playing at probably a little bit under 240.
Oh, really? So what do you weigh now?
230.
Oh, okay. You lost 10 pounds. Yeah, but you can see it noticeably. I remember when you were in high school, you were definitely bigger and you were always trying to gain weight. Yeah. But do you have any thoughts of seriously making a comeback, or is it more I might play VC, or do you ever consider actually coming back and playing?
No, I mean I've thought about it definitely, but not seriously thought about it where I've talked to coaches or texted a coach or anything. But yeah,
what was your recruiting process like? Because I know we kind of went through it together, and different schools are reaching out to you, and I know when we went to visit Moore Park together, they kind of took Isaac off to the side, and 3 coaches were talking to him, and then me and my other friend Zach were just kind of by ourselves for 30 minutes as 3 coaches talked to Isaac. So what was the recruiting process like? Did they want you to play tackle? Did they want you to play guard? Did they really want you to gain more weight? And what was that whole process like?
Yeah, when I started my recruiting process, I was just getting hit up by really small schools. Yeah, and I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, you're good.
I was
you're good.
Yeah, I was I feel like I'm better than this. So I was like, okay, I'll take the JUCO route, and then. A lot of those teams really wanted me to play.
Yeah, and then you decided not to playing.
Yeah.
All right, Nico, I got a question for you, Nico. So you started playing football. So Nico is my older brother. He's a year older than me. He started playing football his sophomore year of high school, right? And I played football my whole life, and then Nico decided to hop on the bandwagon and join me as we got a little older. But Nico, how was your experience playing high school football? And 2, do you ever wish you continued playing?
It was cool. It was difficult though to join a sport straight just much in a much older age. It was hard to adjust and everything like that. Yeah. But once I started because my sophomore year I was ass cheeks, bro. I was getting ran over by Eli practicing. And but junior year I got a lot better. Cleaned my act up a little bit, and senior year had a good season. But it took me a long time to really. Transition into an actual football player.
What is from you two, because we all played high school football together, what was your favorite memory from playing high school football?
My favorite memory was when we played Fillmore our senior year, and that was our last guaranteed home game. We didn't know if we were going to get one in the playoffs or not. And I remember the game ended, we beat them, and it was me, Eli, and Zach in the locker room, and we were the only guys in there. We were dancing to congratulations
with Post Malone. Yes,
yeah. And then I remember our head coach yelled at us to get out of the locker room because it was about an hour after the game.
Dude, I remember that game. I remember I was dry heaving in a trash can because I was the first game I came back when I played and I was hurt, and then I literally haven't ran in 3 weeks, and I remember just being so tired, and yeah, no, I still have videos now on my phone. They was pop up and I send you guys. What about you, Nico?
I remember when we played Wainimi my senior year. I had a pretty good game. It was one of my better games of my whole
pick.
Life. Yeah, but the best part, I had a good game, but then I got a pick. I returned it
60 yards.
Yeah, 60 yards, and then I got to
the 1.
No, there was the 3. Not even exaggerating, the 3, and then I just dropped it. It was like I dropped the ball.
Yeah, but like he wasn't even like he wasn't like celebrating. He like put the ball in or anything. Like he was genuinely just running like normally, and the ball just fell out of his hands. But like we recovered, and I think I scored. Like
no, we all scored.
Oh yeah, you scored.
But I like dropped it. Luckily, it went out of bounds, but I never wore long sleeves after that ever again.
That was your favorite memory of high school football?
It was just very comical. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, Nico, how was it playing with your younger brother?
It was cool. It was interesting though, because at first, like obviously, he was like a much better like athlete.
At first.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You go.
All I'm gonna say is, bro, you're like I'm not gonna go there and anything.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but Eli, it was cool to play with my brother and everything like that, because it was obviously like we got to go to the practice together every day, and it like brought us a lot closer. But
I think it's a cool.
It sucked hating him though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I think it was a cool experience because like most people don't get to play with their siblings, so it was just fun and it was a cool dynamic to it. But it was also kind of like everyone on our team was so close because we all grew up together. So it like you were also my brother, and that made it really cool. But it felt like that with a bunch of other guys on the team. Like I spent more time with Isaac and Zach during the school year than I did with my with my family, because we go to class together every day, we watch film together, we live together, we go to practice together, we hang out together on weekends. So like so many guys, and that's the cool part about playing at Nordhoff. But yeah, it was really cool because I don't know, like at first I was kind of worried about it. I was like, I gotta play with Nico, but then once we played, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember like every time he would score like a touchdown, because until my senior season, I never played an offense. I was always defense. So, like, whenever he would score, I'd, like, run out immediately on the field and, like, give him, like, jump up and do that little, like, shoulder bump thing, like, every time. That was my favorite part.
One of my favorite memories from high school, Isaac. I don't know if it's, like, my favorite. This is one of them. Probably the awards night of senior year is probably my favorite, because, like, me and Zach got, like, all those awards, and we got, like, the 3 big ones, and then, like, that was, like, a cool, like ending to our high school career. But my junior year we were playing Santa Paula, and I had this run where like I broke like 2 or 3 tackles, and then it was only like an 8-yard run though, but I dragged a guy a couple yards and I broke a tackle, and then I remember like I got up and I turned around, and then you were just like right there, and you like picked me up and you were like just screaming and like flexing, and dude, it was just like the most adrenaline I've ever had in my life. I'll just never forget that. I don't know, but that's probably one of my. I don't know what made me think of that. It's probably one of my favorites.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you did, dude. You were kind of like crazy in high school, not when you were playing. Like you weren't like crazy, but you had definitely like a different mentality. Like, yeah. I mean, you got to do that to play up front, but yeah, you're pretty like I'm gonna bury this kid. Yeah. All right, Jordan, John. Jordan? You live with me. You're my roommate. What was your first impression of me when we started living together?
My first impression of you was like right after I finished singing in front of the team.
Entire team, yeah.
And then you're like, yo, I think you're my roommate. That's cool, dog. And then like we moved in like a while. It was like a few days after that because I had moved from. I used to live in Orda.
Yeah, you used to live with me.
Oh wait, so you guys were originally roommates?
Yeah.
Oh wait, talk about that first. I was living with Orda.
It was cool as shit. I remember the one thing is towards the end of camp you clogged our toilet.
The toilet was broken. That's what it was.
What was the story Mike and Cal had? Where like when they first moved in together, Mike sat in the bed and like broke it. Like,
talked to his mom.
Yeah.
All right. So I have to talk about that story.
I don't think I ever like clearly asked you about this.
Yeah. So I'm going back to my dorm, right? Obviously, I use the restroom and everything and stuff like that. And, like, the handle was not working. So I was like, all right, kept pressing it. I told Deb, too. Kept pressing it. And sooner or later, it just ended up clogging. I was like, oh, my God. And I was living with Jordan at the time. And, like, obviously, like, we were barely, like, getting to know each other. I was like, dude, these guys even think I'd take, like, some massive like, dumps or something.
You left a stainer or what?
Huh? No, we were already moving out. I was like, so someo's got to figure this out. I'm already gone.
If you're moving out, who cares at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was perfect because like, it was like a day before moving. I was like, just don't use it for a day. We're chilling.
There, man. Surprise.
But I remember like telling both of them, like him and then like another guy, Danny, that's on the team. I was like, bro, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, you guys can't use it right. I was like, I don't know. My bad.
But yeah. What about living with me, Jordan? What was your first impression?
Well, the first night we got along like pretty good, Cause like at first like I didn't want cause you moved in before me because you lived here over summer so
Yeah.
you got to move in like a few days before me, and you're already set up in the room we're already in, and I didn't like want to be like weird or like invade your space or anything, so I went in the other room. So like the first few nights we
Yeah.
were
Oh,
together,
yeah, that's right. We were at the
separate
separate rooms. Yeah.
Cause like I don't want like these guys' boundaries.
Because there's only the two of us. Because our other two rooms weren't there yet. Yeah.
But, like the thing was cool. Like the first day, I really moved in. Like we talked for like an hour, I think, because like we found like, oh, you're from Ohio, you're from Oxnard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're like from close, but from close. So like we talked like for like really pretty good. Like I bet like I'm gonna get along with this guy. It's good to like do that. So like we have a lot of deep talks.
We have a lot of deep talks. We always like it's in the middle of the night and we'll just start like
a
Jordan.
lot of stories like I probably shouldn't tell on here.
Yeah, in the middle of the night. Yeah. No, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I remember like. I remember at first. John, are you okay?
No, I'm great.
John, you anything you want to share?
No.
Wait, John. I got a question for you too before like we don't transition. All right, John. So you right now you work at Amazon, right?
No, I quit that job. Jeff Bezos wasn't really bad in that. I'm not rock coaching squad no more.
John, what's your future plans? What's your dream? So I've always wondered this about you, John. What's your dream end game in life? Like
Unretire, come back and play quarterback here.
at the Woo.
I'd rather go to VC. Anyway. I mean, if I really could, man, like ever since I've been coaching this flag football team, man, I feel like I don't want to say I'm good at it, but I feel like I get along with the kids pretty well, man. I coach them up pretty well. And like I've been it's been coming up that I actually want to coach football, man. It seems like a lot of fun.
So you took over Kalu, right? You're the OC.
Okay.
What's your go-to play? What are we running?
Middle.
Four verts.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the Hail Mary, man. But I mean, one of the 6 times, you're gonna catch it.
I mean, you do the crossing route every single time.
Crossing does get them, man. It gets them.
He plays Madden.
It's PA crosses every drive. I hate playing.
All you gotta do, man, is throw everybody on the side and put your best guy out there, man, 1-on-1. Take your best guy against their best guy and see
Coach
who
knows what he's doing.
Coach knows what he's doing.
You know, he's gonna catch it one of the times.
John, if you were to coach an entire next season as a Cal Lutheran head coach or an offensive coordinator, what's your record?
Probably pretty rough, not gonna lie. Our flag football team is like 1-3 or 1-4.
Yeah, we got issues at position.
It's pretty rough right now, man. We don't have a quarterback, so you know.
We do not have a quarterback.
But I feel like if you guys have a quarterback here, man, I'm a quarterback whisperer.
You guys gotta make some trades. That's what
we're trying to. Eli won't let us.
Eli, we're making a trade. Tell me if this is reasonable. Brixton for.
Okay, first of all, we have to add context because people don't know what we're talking about. So back home where I'm from, we coach a middle school flag football league, and my older brother, my friend Isaac, Jordan, John, and me all coach in it. And it's like a little intramural league with a bunch of kids, and they want to make trades, but I think making trades is kind of crazy because they're middle school kids. And they're all like friends, so
sooner or later, man.
But so essentially they want to go up to like middle school kids that are playing an intramural league. They're playing an intramural league and just be like, "Hey, bro, like I'm sorry, but we traded you." I just think that's kind of crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna remember in 10 years when we win the chip. The
kids aren't gonna remember it.
Hey, you still get a ring.
I won last year.
Huh?
Yeah, so you don't care that much.
No, it's just gotta be a fair trade. Like, if I'm a player, I'm pissed if you trade me for a crappy player.
Isaac, if you're like 11 years old and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this middle school flag football thing.
If I get traded for a good player, yeah.
If I get traded for Brody, man, I'm going to.
Would you if Lance came up to you and Lance is like, hey, bro, you're going to Wanimi?
That's not how it is.
That's not how it is.
It's true. It's a lot different.
Dude, I didn't know this flag football was that deep, bro.
Dude,
it's
deep.
Bro,
you gotta get into it.
Ollie was mad, bro.
He was so sad.
Who?
Ollie.
Another coach.
He wasn't crying.
Dude, but he was so sad.
They're putting Ollie on blast.
Well, because
That's
they're
crazy.
0-4.
Hey, shout out all of them, man.
That's Ollie.
They get down in Ohio.
Yeah, don't your players want a shout out?
Oh yeah. Shout out Emilio for getting 2 picks. Shout out Brain for getting 2 picks, and shout out Luca and Wilder. I forget what they did, but I told them all I'd shout all 4 of them out because of something they did in the game. But shout out my team. Shout out my team. 4-0, baby. Shout it out.
Which one of your kids did Zeke Moss?
Shoot. I don't remember which one.
Hey, shout out my boy
Luka got
Zeke
heads up.
Moss and kids.
Eli, I can't wait to play you, bro.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm gonna smack.
Oh, Nico, I got a question for you. Growing up, like, watching me play football and then playing football with me, like, was a reason you? I've never really asked you this. Was a reason you played football because I played football?
No, it was more like I was like it wasn't just you, but everyone around me started playing football.
Girls.
Because I played soccer and it was like
Doesn't work for everyone.
Wait, John, you want to talk about that a little more? No, John, stop. John, want to talk about it?
No, I'm chilling.
You sure?
Just a statement. Bring it a statement.
It sounds like there's something that's a little personal, dog.
Yeah, but John, that's the thing, bro. Quarterback. What was your talent again?
Oh, yeah. Talk about it. So, what was you talking
Oh,
about?
no one goes to the JV football games anyway, you know what I mean? So I say they win or we lose, you know, they don't care about that, especially the girls. They don't care. They don't know what 240 passing yards is. Like, come on.
Not with Eli. To answer your question, it was like a lot of people, and I got burned out of soccer, so it was like.
Yeah, because you're a really good soccer player back in the day. There's a lot of guys here that actually like played soccer before, like Dev. So Art's
Two of our DNs actually.
Two of our DNs actually played soccer. And the Dev's one of the best players on our team, and he played soccer at high school, right?
Yeah, he played high school.
Yeah. So Devin and Orta grew up together, and they're roommates. They went to high school
They
together.
do like club or academy.
He did club and stuff like that. So did my other friend, Anthony. We had him on the podcast as well. He played soccer too for clubs. Both.
Yeah.
And they both played DNs. I never played soccer though. I don't know.
Art plays rugby too here. Yeah.
You play rugby?
Yeah.
That's
You guys have a rugby team?
Yeah.
Are they,
They're
Yeah,
undefeated.
they're undefeated.
We played USC.
really?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
beat them 14-7.
They're really good. We're really good rugby
You guys
team.
have like cross players that play like both. That's it.
Yeah, Art.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Art's our Mike. He's our Mike back here.
Hey, that is pimp as fuck.
What?
Playing rugby?
Oh yeah.
I could never imagine playing rugby. Those motherfuckers are crazy.
Dude, it's fun as hell, bro. It's
Yeah.
You stop beside the head.
What did someone who was talking about rugby with us the other, on the pod the other day?
Anthony?
It was Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he played rugby too.
Yeah. Because he was saying like it's like, and it's probably gotta be a weird dynamic from like putting on pads, taking off pads.
Oh yeah, but it's so fun though.
Yeah. You guys are like all hooked on it. Like you talk about it all the time.
Oh yeah, I love rugby.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I need to put all you guys on it.
I know you guys are trying to get me to play, but like I don't know if my body can
But-
just like hold up.
Oh, it's okay. You got 4 years in you. Let it all
just like
out. Let it all
squeeze
out.
all the 4 years out of me.
Trust me, the next 3 years are gonna be rough. But fuck.
I know. All right, what are you saying? The CTE going for the high score?
Oh yeah, I'm going for the high score.
Dude, we were practicing the other day. And we have morning practices like 5:30 in the morning when we're like sometimes with shoulder pads on or just helmets. And then we always get like a break like before practice starts. And Art comes in, he's like always screaming, he's like, let's go, like bring the energy. And he takes off his helmet and goes up to one of our other linebackers and headbutts him. Like with his helmet off and his helmet on. And it's like 5 in the morning. And we're all like, oh my god, this guy's insane.
Dog, bro.
That's dumb as fuck.
Off the 3 hours of sleep too.
Yeah, I'm at the end of sleep.
Yeah.
Don't do it all the way, you know.
No, dude, the worst one was one day I showed up to practice and I stayed up all night. I didn't even go to sleep.
We talked about that with our strength and conditioning coach on the podcast too.
Yeah, he was kind of pissed about it. But I remember just coming to practice and I started yelling at everyone. Let's fucking go.
I know. I was wondering why it's so much energy today. I'm like, because like usually like you have energy, but you like kind of build up to it. Like we were like putting that was a workout too. That wasn't a practice, was
Oh
it?
yeah, that was a workout.
Yeah, but we were like putting cleats on, getting ready to go work out, and everyone's like kind of like just waking up, and
Dude,
Art's like
everyone-
running out screaming. And I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
I just had that. I just had those.
You're
sleep. I was like,
just, just like ready to go.
yeah.
All right, Nico, I got a question for you. When you first found out I was gonna play here at college or here at Kalu, what was your reaction, or what did you think?
Well, you were getting offers. You were really invested in the recruiting, so
Yeah.
like, you kept on getting offers and offers and offers, and then like you were like talking really highly about Cal Lutheran, and it's, like I was really stoked how like stoked you were to get into Cal and everything like that.
Isaac, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that you were gonna play college ball, but it was like it seemed like every week you were like interested in a new college. So I had no idea where you were gonna go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not surprised. And I remember we were also me, you, and Zach were talking about maybe playing at SBCC.
Yeah.
And then
We all almost went to SBCC.
Dude, that would have been.
Yeah, I'm happy, and this is like definitely the perfect place for me. Like I'm happy. Jordan, we'll go.
Isn't that where you're at right now?
Yeah, because that's what that would have been dope. Cause like, you know,
Yeah.
me and my brother like still going to the same school. Like,
Yeah. Jordan, I got a question for you. Because Jordan, out of everyone, all of our guests here, Jordan is ironically the only one that plays football at Cal Lutheran. Jordan, what was your recruiting process like, and like how'd you get to Cal?
my recruiting process was like after hearing stories from like everyone else, when it was like, wow, my recruiting story was like a lot.
Yo, yours is really weird in comparison.
Because at first, like, I didn't want to, like, I didn't even like think about playing college football. Like, I never like really kind of cared. Like, I didn't upload my highlight. John made my highlight tape. He didn't make it. I didn't upload.
Right hand man.
I didn't
That's
upload.
right.
I didn't upload it till like late February. It's like when like it's usually the ending of the recruiting process.
Yeah.
So like the funny thing is, I was just coming into the locker room. I was like, I need to take a shit. I had to go to the locker room, and I walked in, and it was Coach Sutherland and Coach Shim.
Two Cal coaches. And
I walked in, and my head coach, he walks up to me and is like, hey, you're a Kalu coach, I want to talk to you. I was like, what the fuck is Kalu? and I sat down and talked to him. It was actually pretty cool. Shim was the running back coach back then, so he introduced me as a running back coach. And like, I talked to them. It was actually pretty cool. And then like I exchanged information with Sutherland, and like we've been texting, and I came on a few visits, went on the overnight, did the whole process thing. And like this is like the only place like I really thought of. Like they kind of just said, "You want to come here?" I said, "Sure, I'll come." And just never looked back.
Yeah, in comparison, most people like that don't know a lot about the high school recruiting process. Unless you're like one of the top players in the country, most of your recruiting is done by you and your coaches sending out your film to schools. So like for example, what I would do is I would write up like an email saying like, hey, this is my name, this is my I'm 5'10", I'm 225-pound running back. I go to Nordhoff, and then I would put my information, and then I'd send it out to different schools. And I have my coaches contact those schools for references. So it's pretty rare that you just kind of like stumble upon an offer like that. Like it does happen. But yeah, that's a different process in comparison to everyone else. All right, how was your recruiting process? We didn't really talk about that. Like, how did you end up with Paolo?
My recruiting process?
I think we talked about it a little bit in the first one, but
yeah, the first one. I mean, it was just mostly like, you know, I'd go out to like these schools and stuff like that. I remember
because you had PWOs at big schools, right?
Yeah, and stuff like that. It was like a weird process for me because like, you know, like I talked to these D1 schools and stuff like that, but like none of them like really pulled the trigger. Like Southern Utah, like that was like the biggest one. Like I really thought I was gonna probably end up there. Luckily I didn't though, like because it was like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I had a friend that went there, so it sucks. But yeah, I mean I went like a couple visits. I went to go visit like Colorado Boulder. Dude, that school is nice. UNLV, that was another one. But I mean I ended up here like at Kalu just because like Devin, he get committed here and stuff like that, and him and his dad every day were like just pushing on it and stuff like that. They're like, dude, you gotta come to the league, and I also like D Fury as a coach too. He like convinced me and stuff like that. Yeah. So I mean that's like why I ended up here. Plus it was close to home. Yeah, it's like so it's convenient.
What was it like playing with Jordan, or you first met Jordan? Because you guys both play backer. Like, do you guys remember? Like, first, do you ever get any cool experiences playing together? Any funny stories about playing together?
I mean, like, it's just funny because when I first met Jordan, like, he was quiet. Like, he always had his AirPods in or something like that. And I was like, dang, this guy really doesn't, like, talk that much. And then I actually met Jordan at a party once. And then I was like, oh, this is the real Jordan. Jordan was actually, like, talking to me. Like, for once, I was like, oh, my God. I was like, so you're telling me, I was like, I lived with you for, like, 7 days and you never spoke to me like this?
No, so like as a person, like at first that was one of my concerns of coming, like not like playing football games, like getting to know Holden, because I'm not the most social person, as Art probably could tell in the first week of me meeting him. But like I just need to like feel out the situation before like talk to people. Like once I like start talking to people, like then they get to like it's kind of just a trauma just dump of just like that's who I am.
But at practice, I mean, we got like a lot closer and stuff like that. I mean, with like B-Rad and stuff like that, like we just like be at practice, just chilling, talking about random stuff, honestly.
Yeah, the backer room seems pretty tight. Like, you two, JG, other guys we got, like, you guys seem all pretty cool with each other.
Yeah, we all get, like, along and stuff like that. I know Sean's new to the group, but Jordan's giving him a big welcome.
If Sean, if you're listening, dog, I love you, bro. I just, like, I'm trying to get the guy better, especially because I'm hurt, so I'm kind of like, there's a little bit of energy coming from there, me wanting to play. I kind of there's like times like I'm just like kind of like yelling at him because like I'm trying to like get him better, and I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm being the dick right now. So I just like calm it down.
Yeah, Me and JG are always like, damn, like Sunia's going off on him. He's like ripping him a new one. But no, yeah, but I mean, it's like a cool experience to like all the backers like get along and stuff like that. We're all like pretty tight, so
Yeah, you guys.
It's a fun group.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
definitely. I mean, I think our whole defense is pretty cool too. Like you guys all seem like really hyped up and like support each other. And Art's like you're like our leader on defense, and you kind of lead that charge. Like as an offensive guy, it kind of sucks when you're like kill on three, kill on three. I'm like, bro, like
They're all right.
no, yeah, I mean, but like at practice, like the whole thing is like try to be like become as one unit and stuff like that.
For sure.
You know, like that's why like I implement and stuff like that. Like obviously, like we like hit you guys at practice and you guys hate it.
Yeah.
But it's like.
I mean, it's
you
good
know,
for the team.
Yeah, it's good for the team because we're coming together and stuff like that. But.
All right, guys, that's 30 minutes since we try to kind of aim it around. Before we go, do you guys have anything you want to say or any questions for us?
Appreciate you guys having us on.
John, you got
Yeah,
anything?
man, it was pretty cool coming on, just talking.
John, you got any questions for us?
I don't, man. I mean,
We need John for part 2.
Yeah, John.
John,
John,
yeah.
do you want to get a one-on-one with us, John?
I'd be pretty wicked.
Should we like
I'm
post
pretty
something
down
and see a poll and see if people want you to come back on?
yes.
Okay.
I'd be down.
Nico, you got anything for us?
No, bro. Appreciate you for having me on.
Isaac?
Go Lou.
Go Lou.
I like
That's
that. I like
huge,
that.
dude.
Shouts out Kings.
And bleed purple.
That's crazy, Isaac.
Okay.
I like
It's
that.
huge.
We need him at quarterback.
Yeah.
I told Debo, man, whenever he needs me, I'll go out there with him. You know, I told
No,
Debo,
it's funny because he can like actually kind of throw too.
Bro,
Like
flag
he can
football.
sling the rock.
Like he can like we'll have him like when we do drills with the kids. We're like, all right, we need a quarterback, and John will go throw, and like he's like actually gonna throw.
All right.
back in my day.
John,
Back in my day.
maybe we
Back
can,
in my day.
maybe we have to post your highlights on the gram, John.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
might have.
Might have to. Might have to.
You might have to.
My highlights, man. That's scary though, because like, what do I look like posting highlights from 5 years ago? And it's like some dude that still goes to the high school play good games.
Yeah, yeah,
like, in
yeah.
his 40s. Like, get over, it, you know what I mean? But I was pretty legit, man. I was pretty legit.
John, I don't. Yeah, if you had a career like yours, like they don't understand, right?
I'm trying to go pro, man. CFO, I'm coming, man.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for so much for being on the show. This was Talking to Taco. Thank you guys so much for listening.